This is Smithy.tv.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kenny Robinson.
And I'm Clifton Joseph.
That is Clifton Joseph. This is Breaking Down the News here on Smitty TV. Thank you for checking us out here in the safety and comfort of your own home. Thank you for not letting the terrorists win. And I don't know, man. I think the terrorists are winning right now. If the idea is to die and become a martyr, then even the terrorists that have been killed are winning.
Of course, they get what the X amount of virgins when they get to the New World.
But you should see the virgins. Not really worth, they're ones that couldn't couldn't hitchhike a ride at the Scarborough Town Center on the highway. Okay, so very sad looking virgins.
Yeah. So what's happening? I mean, since we've had the big thing in Paris the other day with all those people killed,
yeah, the shootout that we didn't have last time.
Yeah. Then the Boko Haram hit market in Yola in Nigeria.
Yep, that was
27
last
people
night.
killed.
Yep.
And then, of course, in Mali, they hit that Radisson Blu Hotel.
I didn't know where Mali was till they showed it on the map.
Yeah.
I said, where? I said, Maui? And then,
Maui. There's Maui and there's Mali.
Yeah, see, at Mali, I was not as touched because I have never dreamt of going to Mali,
Well, the French had invaded Mali back in 2013, right? Remember, after there are three contending forces in the north. They've seized a whole lot of countries. The Tuareg, those ones who had supported Gaddafi, when they took down Gaddafi, those guys moved back to Mali.
They went back home.
And
his hired guns.
Seized a whole bunch of the countries. So there are three contending Al-Qaeda affiliates, including a one-eyed dude from Algeria named Makhtar Belmokhtar, who
I give you points just getting the brothers'
yeah,
name right.
that particular group has taken said that they did that French thing in Mali, where 27 people were killed, 170 people were taken hostages. They're supposed to have.
Now, how come they went in and got rid of those hostage takers so quick and efficient?
Well, I mean, the French are still in Mali.
Yeah.
And forced the Mali forces.
But wouldn't the French be in Paris?
Yes.
I mean, they didn't. They had much higher body counts.
Well, when they're outside of Europe and the West, they take more chances. It seems with hostages. They go in there and they.
Once again, Black lives not mattering.
Yeah, black and brown lives.
But this time there were fewer taken, though.
So the terrorists as such are still all over the place, and now Russia's been bombing ISIS.
I saw a beautiful thing on Facebook yesterday. Somebody had a big slew of bodies stored in the street, and they say terrorists, and ISIS go, no, victims of French bombing. So, and then this dude wrote, no, these are all actors.
Crisis actors,
they call them? Crisis actors.
Yeah.
And I went, oh man, you took their spoon and you gave their poison back to them with that one. Because I hate this whole crisis actor thing. I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? You don't see the photographs of the woman who's been all over the place?
Who is that woman's agent? Who is that woman's agent?
She seems to be all over the place, though, Kenny.
Is she SAG? Is she ACTRA? How come Tom Cruise ain't doing shit with her?
She gets a lot of work. Her agent gives her a lot of work.
Is her agent not worried about overexposure?
No, apparently not.
Does she not have an ego where she wants her name mentioned as one of the victims all the time?
She likes to grieve. She likes to cry. She likes to be there after anything
She
happens.
should have a development deal then, man. She have her own.
Fox Network is going to call her probably.
She doesn't. Netflix should have her own thing. I don't believe it because otherwise, I think it's not the same.
And Kenny, what's this thing about the West renaming ISIS Daesh?
Apparently, that is I've been reading this cat that is over there all the time. I wish I could remember his name right off the bat. But
he's working for which intelligence service?
You'd probably. I'm surprised you don't know. I could look on the phone now, but that's really bad for our folks at home. I'm surprised you're not on a first name basis with this cat. But he's apparently ISIS are offended by the expression because it means a trampler of dirt or the spreader of disease or something like that.
What, of Daesh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently
it's insult, right?
It's an insult to ISIS, so they've started calling it that. But I have some American friends who are still mad that Obama calls them ISIL. They're going
yeah.
like, can you make up your mind?
They keep
He
on
doesn't even
changing
know who it is
their
we're fighting.
names. Yeah.
So,
So the West is throwing insults at ISIS. Wow,
well,
what a strategy.
Well, what does it matter? You're throwing bombs. It doesn't matter if you call somebody
Yeah,
a
because
name.
those guys are so resilient, Kenny. The West, the coalition that America has been bombing them for nearly 2 years.
But you
including
can't
our,
bomb them. You can't bomb a Stone Age
Russia's bombing them
ideology
now.
back into the Stone
the
Age.
Charles de Gaulle aircraft carriers, the French are bombing them.
But
How
we didn't learn in Afghanistan. They just dig into the cave, and they got their cooler of water, and and they sit there and they got their falafels, and they just sit there and they wait for the boom boom to stop. Then they come out and they do their thing again. That's why
But there are no caves in Iraq and Syria, though. That
maybe they're
like
dug in the
Afghanistan.
ground, but they're dug in. They got hiding places.
Yeah.
You could get a big fly swatter to kill roaches, but them roaches still know how to find it. I hope I don't sound like our boy, the Black Republican.
Ben Carson.
I hope I don't sound like Ben Carson. Are you comparing ISIS to rabid dogs? No, those are the refugees. I'm comparing them to the cockroaches. So, you can have a fly swatter and bug spray, but don't them suckers still find a corner to go in there and chill till you stop? They always do. That's why there's even more of a movement now for there finally become boots on the ground to go in there and with the pliers pull the bad teeth out.
But nobody wants to have boots on the ground.
Nobody-
Certainly
no.
not the West, not the coalition led by
Well-
a drone ranger, Obama.
Well, that's why he's been trying to stay out of their boots on the ground all this time. He said, look how hard it was to get my boots out of Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
He said, if I didn't have drones, I wouldn't have no luck at all. You know?
But I guess a couple of things that's missed by the media without a hoopla about the refugees and about Paris and terrorism and so on is that you have to ask yourself, Russia goes in there and embarrass Obama and the West and their coalition that say, you've been bombing these guys for a year and a half and nothing. Why don't you do this? Russia just took out, had intelligence that Daesh,
Yes.
ISIL, makes about $50 million a month from oil.
Going to
they have
Turkey.
a thousand tanker trucks that the Russians took out a bunch of them. You know who that BMX is? Called BMZ oil company that funnels the oil. It's head by what's his name? Erdogan. The leader of Turkey, his son runs that
Yes,
company.
well, I just read that the other day. All that oil's been going through Turkey. And that's why Turkey hasn't closed the borders to Syria.
So you're telling me
So-
that they can't bomb these convoys, these convoys?
Well, the
They
Americans
they can
have.
cut the
Americans
supply
have,
to the.
and they give the drivers time to vacate the trucks because despite how you hate Uncle Sam is concerned.
Very polite.
Uncle Sam is concerned about collateral damages. We're the Russians. They say dead is dead. You call them what you want, So, in fact, that's I've been reading all these things where they say the reason why American bombing hasn't worked. And one of the former military CIA boots on the ground guys are saying is because we have clear shots, but we're not giving the okay because Obama says no civilian casualties.
Excuse me.
Wow, okay, now and
what
then-
about Yemen?
Now and then-
Pakistan. Don't go to a wedding in
Now and-
Pakistan or
Well,
Afghanistan.
don't fire off AK-47s at a wedding. That's why they don't have to go to Jamaica. Could you imagine all the gunshots there? How be responded to?
Bye.
When you're in a plane and you're looking for guys in Toyota Jeeps and trucks and they're firing off weapons. then
Where
you
did
see-
they get all those Jeeps, Kenny? Those are a new order. Those are a brand new
It ain't
Toyota.
America, brother, because America goes GM. What's good for GM is good for America. So we got to blame the Japanese.
Yeah,
Who
'cause-
manufactures Toyota?
But they got a whole bunch of new equipment. They got all of those military look, when America usually leaves a war zone, they either take their weaponry or bomb it, destroy it.
Yeah.
They didn't with Iraq. You see all those tanks and tanks and
Well,
tanks
because
and
they thought they were
convoys and
leaving it
tanks.
for the Iraqi army that they had trained.
Those dudes that they have been training for a decade and a half and they still can't win a war.
Them guys can't go to vocational school and learn woodwork.
And look, our prime minister says that okay, he wants to pull out. He's taken a long time to pull out. If he was having sex, that woman would be pregnant because he's not pulling out of Iraq and Syria.
But we're
yet.
actually not actually
And he wants
involved
to
in that many
train. He
bombing
wants to
missions.
train these guys again.
Well, sure.
Which is a mug's game, Kenny.
Well, that's as opposed to actually being a part of the bombing crew or actually having your boots on the ground going in. So
Or bombing these empty truck depots that they
hey,
did.
can't get no. You know what? You can't get any of your own casualties that way, and you can't get any collateral damage that way. So Trudeau is doing what Trudeau wants to do, which is, like when your friends have a big fight after a party, and you know how you're there going, yeah, that's right, but you actually don't hit nobody and nobody hits you. That's how Trudeau wants to position Canada. We're there, but we ain't hit. We ain't nobody mad at me, and then I ain't mad at nobody. That's how I think he wants to pull us off.
And of course, I just noticed that they just released information, the Canadian government, saying that they're not taking any. They're only taking women and families. They're not taking
I don't
any
know if that's
single
been,
dudes.
Well, that's good. But I don't know if, because that's what he's concerned about, But I've also had people online going crazy now because apparently some military barracks, the soldiers have been told to clean them up and evacuate them. And people are going, see, no, our soldiers have to sacrifice and give up their barracks for these refugee terrorists. And I'm going, I'm sorry, I thought soldiers didn't live anywhere. I thought soldiers lived where they were told to go live.
Of course.
Pack up, saddle up, boys, we're moving out. And my only concern is how long do we leave these people in these barracks? Because if you leave them in barracks too long, what do they become? Projects. And if they become projects, what do they become? Recruitment centers. They become ghettos. They become recruitment centers for further future terrorists.
The government is hoping, they say, that they, after 6 months, will be able to start dispersing across the country. Can you see Syrians saying, let me see, where am I going to, they put us in Ontario and Quebec. Let me see. Nova Scotia looks all right.
They got some of the best. They got some of the best Euros. They got some of the best Euros in Halifax, so they may go there with competition and do what they do.
It's a mess, Kenny. It's an absolute mess.
It is, and you know what the best part about it? It won't be cleared up or solved by the first of the year. We'll have plenty of conversations over this one.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we got to close this one now, because we've run out of time for that first topic. So, folks, Clifton Joseph, I'm Kenny Robinson. This is Breaking Down the News on Smitty TV, and you've been doing all you can to stop the evildoers just by tuning into us.